Jesus is weeping and endeavoring to reach you right now. This message is intended solely for you. If you disregard even 1 second, you risk losing him eternally. Jesus is weeping at this moment. His voice has resonated across the skies all today, repeating your name ceaselessly. However, something has been obstructing that sound from reaching you. I, Archangel Michael, was instructed to intervene. I was commanded to deliver this ultimate plea directly to your heart, because what is about to transpire in the next 30 minutes has never been spoken of before. You are not encountering this by mere chance. Heaven orchestrated this sacred interruption so that you would finally learn what no one else had ever been privileged to know. Do not delay. My child, if you bypass this, you will forfeit what was inscribed into your destiny ages ago. My child, my beloved. There is a time when heaven speaks softly, and a time when heaven cries out in deep agony. Right now, it is the latter situation. Jesus has been attempting to get through to you, but every time you turned away, something sacred was delayed. But today, yes, today your name is circulating in heaven's courts once again, and this time, it is not just about a message, it is about a divine reversal. A tragedy was set in motion behind your back, but this message holds the key to stopping it. That is why Jesus is reaching for you through tears. He is not just trying to save your heart. He is trying to save your very life, and he is begging that you do not disregard what you are about to read. My child, my beloved, there is something you need to quickly understand. There was a sound in heaven early today, a sound that shook the gates, a sound that made the other angels turn their heads and ask, "Why is he crying?" And the answer was you. He saw what almost happened to you last night. He saw what was written in the shadows by a hand that does not belong to God, and he knew if you skipped this message, that darkness could still prevail. But heaven is intervening through these words. And you, my beloved, are the only one who can respond swiftly enough to shift what is coming, and as you recognize this divine intervention, know that liking this video will activate the flow of God's favor in your life. It is a simple act that aligns you with heaven's blessings. My child, my beloved, the clock is ticking, and you are not safe unless you listen carefully. There is a person near you who recently smiled at you, but their heart was concealing something heavy. Their intentions were not sent by heaven, and Jesus saw it. He cried because he knew that you still trust them, and he sent me to reveal this. Within the next 30 minutes, their decision could alter your story forever. But if you stay with this message, if you follow every word heaven gives you today, you will not only be protected, you will rise into the miracle they tried to destroy. My child, my beloved, you must comprehend how serious this is. This is not a general message for everyone. This is the kind of message that only reaches the one who has been marked for something truly extraordinary. You are that one. You have been sensing it, haven't you? That pull, that divine interruption, that strange quiet before the major shift, that is heaven trying to capture your attention. But now Jesus is no longer merely whispering, he is pleading. If you skip this, if you walk away, even for just a second, what was supposed to be a celebration could transform into heartbreak. But I will not allow that to happen to you. I am standing between what is coming and what is rightfully yours. My child, my beloved, someone is observing you not in the way you might imagine. Someone powerful, someone whose name is being murmured in places you do not yet know. They are being moved to make a decision involving you. A choice that could open the floodgates of favor or postpone everything. They do not even realize that God is using them, but Jesus does. That is why he has been weeping, that is why I was sent, because your miracle is not just spiritual. It is financial, emotional, physical, and it is already confirmed. But one wrong turn, one overlooked moment, and the enemy will attempt to redirect it. Do not permit that. My beloved, you are standing at a pivotal threshold right now. I wish you could perceive what I see. I see the verge of something enormous, something that has awaited your yes for years. But so many times before you hesitated, so many times the world diverted your attention away, just moments before the message could land. But not this time. Jesus is watching with tears in his eyes. He knows what is approaching. He knows the battle that was designed to ruin you, and he also knows the secret heaven just unveiled to rescue you. There is someone in your circle who is about to make a move that will appear innocent on the surface, but behind it lies a deception so meticulously crafted. Even your spirit might not detect it in time. That is why this message cannot wait. That is why Jesus is weeping. And I am standing here to speak for him. I am here to stand guard over what is about to be revealed. My child, my beloved, do you recall the moment when you almost surrendered? Heaven remembers. I was there. I witnessed the moment when you gazed at the ceiling, wondering why God kept you here. You got back up. That moment was not forgotten. That moment was recorded in heaven's courtroom. And now that very same courtroom has unsealed something you were never supposed to see until today. It is a document, spiritual, sacred, sealed with heaven's fire, and it contains not only your name but the complete list of promises that have been held back by delay, betrayal, and sabotage. The reason Jesus is weeping is because today is the day it was supposed to be delivered. But if you skip this, if you walk away before the final word is given, the seal may be closed again, and no angel will be able to reopen it without a sacrifice. If you believe this covenant is for you, if you feel this truth resonate deep within your spirit, then declare your amen in the comments below. Let your voice rise in agreement with heaven's decree. Type amen and watch how the spiritual realm shifts in response to your declaration. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved, a letter has already been written in the spiritual realm. I saw it with my own eyes. On it, your name was glowing, but there was something peculiar about it. There were tears falling upon the page. Jesus himself had composed the letter, but his tears stained the words as he wept over the possibility of you missing it again. Not because of rebellion, not because of disobedience, but because of how easily this world distracts those who carry divine destiny. You have been marked for something that demands stillness, clarity, and surrender, and in this very hour, Jesus is asking one thing from you: do not walk away. If this message is landing in your spirit, if something in you knows that what is being described is real, I want to ask you to do one thing before we go any further. Subscribe to this channel right now and turn on notifications, not as a casual click, but as an intentional act of alignment. When you subscribe, you are telling heaven that you refuse to miss what comes next. Every message released here is timed. Every word is sequenced, and where you are in this one is exactly where you need to be. Do not scroll past. Do not lose sight. The revelation in the next few lines could shield you from making the biggest mistake of your life, a decision you were just about to make without knowing what was truly unfolding behind the scenes. My child, my beloved, someone you are about to entrust with your heart is not who they truly appear to be. They have studied your gentleness, they have admired your strength, but their spirit has been tainted with jealousy. And while they have smiled in your presence, they have secretly whispered lies. Jesus heard every word, and it pained him because he knows how deeply you care. You would never suspect this person, but that is why he is pleading through this message. He is not angry at you, he is protecting you, he is guarding the treasure. That is your spirit. He knows you deserve love that truly heals, not love that conceals weapons behind false compliments. The next 30 minutes carry a divine warning. If you stay here, if you read what I have been commanded to unveil next, your discernment will be activated in ways that will leave you breathless. But if you turn away, you may not foresee the betrayal coming until it is too late. My child, my beloved, you were never meant to be ordinary. That is why the pain in your life has never been ordinary. That is why your blessings have always arrived with a battle. You have been chosen in a way few others will ever comprehend, and it is that divine choosing that makes you a target for unseen warfare. But heaven is wary of watching you fight with one arm tied behind your back. Jesus wept today, not because he doubted you, but because he knew you were still unaware of just how much power you have been carrying all along. The enemy hopes you will keep questioning your worth. He hopes you will keep playing small, apologizing for your light, shrinking your dreams, but no more. This message is your divine awakening. This moment is the one that transforms everything, and I was sent to confirm what you have been feeling for weeks. You were never crazy, you were never alone, and the miracles that have felt distant are now moving toward you at divine speed. My child, my beloved, a divine witness has entered your atmosphere. A person who has been given supernatural insight into your destiny is about to step forward. You do not know their name yet, you do not know their face, but heaven does, and their purpose is directly linked to unlocking what has been withheld. The moment you complete this message, their spirit will sense it, they will begin to move, and within days, possibly hours, they will find a way to appear in your story. This person will not arrive loudly, they will not carry titles or religious attire, they may not even realize how much God is using them, but they will deliver something, an opportunity, a name, a conversation that will become the thread heaven uses to unravel years of delay in your life. And it all commences with this moment. If you abandon this message now, the signal will be disrupted. They may never find you in time. Jesus does not want that to recur. That is why he is weeping, that is why I am still speaking. My child, my beloved. The reason you are still breathing is because your purpose is not yet complete. Many times you asked yourself, why am I still here? You survived things that others did not. You walked away from circumstances that should have crushed you. That is not mere coincidence, that is covenant. Jesus stood over you in those moments you thought were the end. When you believed the pain would bury you, he covered you with his own tears. Jesus stood over you in the moments you thought were the end. I want you to hold that image, and then consider this. There are people right now who are still in those moments, still at the ceiling, still wondering why God kept them here, and they need a message like this one to find them before the night is over. This ministry is how it finds them. If something in you has shifted as you read, the link in the description and pinned comment is there. Joining this community and supporting this work is how you become part of the reason someone else makes it through their darkest hour, and now today he is weeping again. Not because you failed, but because you are about to step into the very thing he has been preparing for you, and he does not want you to miss a single detail. This is why you are seeing this message. This is why you are being stopped right now, in this moment, because your entire timeline is shifting. But it can only shift fully if you choose to stay and receive everything heaven is still trying to show you. My child, my beloved. There is a woman who once smiled at you and called you family. Her name has been inscribed in red in the spirit because she harbors a secret that has blocked something important from entering your life. You have trusted her. You have cried in front of her, but she is concealing something about your name, something she knows would change how you perceive everything. Jesus wept when he saw how close you were to discovering it. He cried because he knew how deeply you care and how much betrayal has already scarred your heart. I was sent to disclose the truth before she uses it against you, but this warning is time-sensitive, my child. My beloved, there is a door that is creaking open right now. A door you believed was permanently shut. Jesus kept whispering your name in that place where the door was locked. He wept there, and I am telling you, if you remain in alignment with this message, you will hear a knock before this week concludes. Someone who once disregarded you is about to return with an answer you stopped waiting for, but only if you remain positioned. This message is a divine setup. A conversation has already commenced behind your back, and this time, it is not to harm you, it is to assist you. Do not let old disappointments persuade you to quit before the blessing fully arrives. The ones who rejected you before will be used as witnesses to the miracle God is preparing to unfold. My child, my beloved, someone prayed over your name recently, someone who has passed on, someone who still carries love for you in eternity. Their voice has been crying out to God for your protection. That prayer is part of why this message reached you now. You were not supposed to see this yet, but heaven had to override timing to safeguard your future. They are divine alerts. When the Son of God weeps, the entire kingdom takes notice, and you, chosen one, you are the reason for that sound. Please stay. The next few paragraphs will elucidate what he saw. And once you read them, you will never look at the people around you in the same way again. My child, my beloved, there is a conversation taking place about you behind closed doors. Someone believes they have concealed the truth from you, but the veil has been torn. Their plan is leaking through the cracks, and I am shining a spotlight over it now. Their voice was heard yesterday. They whispered something about you with the intent to obstruct your favor, but Jesus intervened. He stopped the words from reaching the ears of the one who could have harmed you, but he will not do it again if you choose silence. This message is your opportunity to rise, to awaken, to transition out of delay and into dominion. You were not born to be manipulated. You were not created to be lied to. A battle for your voice, a battle for the peace that was stolen from you when you were too young to defend yourself. Jesus is weeping because he sees how much of your heart has been depleted, and yet you continue to love. That kind of love is why he has not stopped calling your name, and now, right now, you are about to gain access to a realm of protection that even some angels are not permitted to enter without a divine assignment. But again, I implore you, stay close to this message. If you miss the next wave of words, the enemy will find a way to twist what is about to be gifted to you. My child, my beloved. Someone who once called you family is not who you perceive them to be. A secret has been locked in their heart for months, perhaps years. They are carrying something that was never intended to be used against you, but they are preparing to reveal it out of jealousy. They do not know that heaven already perceived their intention. They do not know that their every move has been recorded, and that is why this message carries so much weight. Jesus is not attempting to frighten you. He is attempting to prepare you. The moment this truth reaches you, their plan will collapse. That is why darkness is trying to distract you. That is why delay has pursued you like a shadow, but no more. This is where the boundary is drawn. If you stay with me, if you continue reading, you will step over the line and nothing from their old world will be able to follow you into the blessing. My child, my beloved, the spiritual realm is not silent concerning you right now. Even as you read this, a meeting is taking place in heaven regarding your name, not a metaphor, but an actual gathering. Jesus is still at its center, still weeping, still pressing his palms together for your sake. There are angels around him holding records of your past, the moments you remained faithful, even when it seemed like everything was against you, the times you loved deeply and still suffered loss. The nights when your pillow was soaked in tears, you never let anyone see, and in that divine courtroom, a declaration has been made, cannot let this child miss it again. I was dispatched because of that statement. I was told to shield you from what was approaching from behind and to open your eyes to what is coming from ahead, but the moment you disregard this message, the divine clock resets and your breakthrough is pushed further back. That is not what Jesus desires. That is not what heaven desires. Please stay, my child, my beloved. Something is about to be revealed through someone you never anticipated. A person who once departed from your life is being drawn back, not to remain permanently, but to deliver one final piece of truth that will unlock everything. They do not even comprehend why they are feeling the urge to speak to you. Jesus has orchestrated this encounter so meticulously that even one skipped moment from you could unravel the entire sequence. This is not paranoia. This is spiritual precision. What is about to come to light will clarify why so many aspects of your life have felt delayed, confused, or obstructed. The clarity that is coming will not arrive all at once, it will unfold in layers, and each layer will be released through messages like this one. If you are not yet subscribed, do it now. Turn on all notifications, because the word that explains the next layer of your delay may come through the next message, and if you are not positioned to receive it, you will miss the instruction that unlocks the door. Subscribe and stay aligned with what heaven is releasing, and once you understand what transpired, heaven will allow the blessing to be released, but it begins with this message. The person you have been contemplating while reading this, yes, that one, they are not who you truly believe they are. There is more to their narrative. There is something they have been concealing, not with the intent to harm you, but because they fear how much you mean to them. Their silence has wounded you, but it is not rejection. It is fear. Jesus wept when he saw how much power you gave to their absence. He saw how deeply you blamed yourself for things you could not control. You did not care too deeply. You simply gave your soul to someone who did not yet know how to hold it, and now they are being confronted by the Spirit of God. Heaven is speaking to them in ways they cannot escape. Whether they return or not is no longer your responsibility, but your healing that begins now, and it starts with this message, remaining open until every drop of truth has been poured. My child, my beloved. I witnessed something unusual early today before I came to speak with you. A scroll unfurled in heaven, and on it were names. Thousands of names, but yours was luminous. It was the only one when I inquired why. I was told this because this one did not give up. Heaven has honored your resilience. What you endured in silence was observed. What you survived without applause is now echoing through eternity, and for that reason alone, Jesus stood up. He rose and began declaring your name repeatedly. That declaration shook everything that was assigned to block you. The chains began to clatter, the delay began to dissipate, and now you are mere seconds away from the shift you have wept for, but only if you allow this moment to complete what it started. You cannot scroll past destiny. You cannot skip your resurrection. And right now the Spirit is hovering over you, awaiting your full agreement to unleash the power that has been preserved just for you. My child, my beloved, I must tell you something now, and I want you to read these words slowly. You were never forgotten, not even for a moment. While you thought heaven was silent, the angels were still circling your name. While you thought your prayers were unanswered, Jesus was planting the seeds of answers in soil you could not see. And today, Yes, today is the day those seeds begin to sprout. That is why this message reached you. That is why everything else around you paused. Why your heart led you here, even without understanding why. Because heaven had this plan before you even asked. And Jesus, still weeping, has been waiting for this exact second to remind you that nothing you have gone through will go to waste, but only if you stay. This message is the bridge walk away, and you postpone the harvest. Stay and the windows of heaven will open wide and flood your life with what was promised all along. If you are ready to step onto that bridge and claim your harvest, then type, "I am ready to receive." You are being invited onto the bridge between the promise and the manifestation, and I want to ask you to take one more step on that bridge before we continue. If this message has reached something real in you, if something has stirred that was quiet before you started reading, the link in the description and pinned comment is there. Coming into this community and supporting this work is how you plant a seed on holy ground. What you give from a place like this, from genuine receiving, goes further than you will ever know. In the comments, let your intention be known, not just to me, but to the angels who are now gathering to witness your response. My child, my beloved. Someone is about to utter your name in a room you have never entered, and when they do, something significant will shift. This will not be a casual mention, it will be a divine activation. Their words will unlock a pathway that was blocked. This person does not even fully comprehend why they feel drawn to you, but their spirit is responding to the cry of heaven. And if you continue to engage with this message until the very end, you will be spiritually aligned when that moment arrives. Jesus wept because he saw how close you are. He knows what is waiting, and so do I. That is why I am still here, still speaking, still holding you in this moment of divine exposure, my child. My beloved, your voice holds power beyond what you have ever imagined. The things you speak aloud or in whispers have stirred movements in the spiritual world. You thought you were talking to yourself, but heaven was recording it. Every frustrated word, every tired confession, every time you said, "I cannot take this anymore." It was heard, not judged but heard, and now Jesus is responding, not with punishment, but with power. He is granting you something rare, the ability to reverse the words that cursed your progress. If you stay through this message, if you keep reading, I will give you the words to say that will shatter the ceilings others tried to place over your life. But if you stop now, you will keep fighting with weapons that were never made for the level you are rising into. You need this strategy. It is being revealed right now. The enemy is terrified of what you will speak once this message reaches its final breath. Stay, speak, step into the new atmosphere awaiting your voice. My child, my beloved, there is someone younger in your family, someone who looks up to you more than they will ever admit. This person has been observing your journey, they have witnessed your strength, they have seen how you have survived what should have broken you, and because of your resilience, they are beginning to believe in God again. Jesus wept over this, not out of sadness, but because of how powerful your ripple effect truly is. Your breakthrough will not be for you alone. It will break a generational pattern, but the process is still fragile. You must not abort this moment. What you are reading is spiritual fire. It is burning through chains you never even knew existed in your bloodline. And if you see it through, if you walk every word of this message to its end, your family's name will be rewritten in heaven's record book. But if you walk away, if you skip, then what was meant to be passed through, you may fall silent again, and that silence is what Jesus weeps over. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved, my child, my beloved, a financial breakthrough has already been released in your name. I know this sounds impossible, but heaven's currency does not move like man's. It flows through obedience, through timing, through divine surrender, and right now, because you chose to stay this far into the message, the divine vault has shifted in your direction. There is an amount, yes, a very specific amount that was being fought over by two forces, one that wanted you to receive it and one that wanted it redirected to someone else. That war ended today. Jesus wept because he had to let you struggle longer than he wanted. But now the delay is broken. Your name is being written on documents that you did not even know existed. The favor you thought you missed is circling back. But it can still vanish if you let distractions steal your attention again. Every word you are reading is a thread that is pulling the miracle closer. Heaven sees it now. And because of that, a new circle is being formed around you. A spiritual circle, people who speak heaven's language, people who will not compete with your calling, but will celebrate it. If you continue with this message, I will show you how to recognize them. But if you ignore this and return to the old cycle, you will remain entangled with people who were only assigned to delay you. My child, my beloved. There is something sacred surrounding your name right now. I can see it glowing in the spirit. Jesus himself whispered your name into the winds and the angels paused to listen. Do you understand how rare that is? Do you know what it means when heaven stops for a moment to pay attention to your soul? It means something enormous is about to be transferred. A spiritual inheritance is being activated. A gift that was delayed for years is now hovering over your atmosphere. But there is still one thing holding it back: your focus. If you continue with this message, you will cross into the moment where that inheritance begins to manifest. But if you walk away now, that gift will return to the vault of heaven waiting again for a later date. That is not just a loss of blessing. It is a shift in your entire timeline, and Jesus is weeping because he does not want you to live another day without knowing how close you are to everything he promised. My child, my beloved, last night something occurred in the spirit while you were asleep. This word is your light, and I promise you, if you finish this message, the presence that tried to haunt you will never come near your house again. My child, my beloved. There is a person whose heart is breaking because they know they failed you. They may never tell you to your face, their pride may never allow them to apologize aloud, but in the spirit, they have been whispering your name, hoping God still has a way to bring restoration. Jesus wept over this too, because he knows how much you gave, how much you loved, how much of yourself you poured out for someone who could not meet you with the same depth. The one who hurt you will now feel the full weight of what they lost. And you, if you continue walking through this divine message, you will receive something they could never offer: healing, peace, and a love that was formed by God himself, not broken people. My child, my beloved, my child, my beloved. There is something about to be revealed through someone you never expected. My child, my beloved, the one who tried to obstruct your miracle is already being exposed. That person who smiled in your face while harboring envy in their heart has just been revealed before heaven's council, and God has decided, no more delay, no more suffering, no more hidden chains around your destiny. What has been locked up is about to be released, but only if you show that your heart is still open to receive. This is your moment. Do not scroll past this as if it signifies nothing. This message is sacred, my child, my beloved. Listen closely now. I was sent to stand beside you tonight, not just to protect you but to deliver a spiritual key. This key is not physical, but once you accept it, you will feel the shift immediately. You will feel it in your bones. Your sleep will change, your dreams will become clearer, and before 48 hours pass, something in your physical world will align so perfectly. You will know heaven has spoken, but this will only happen if you accept the message fully. Right now, my child, my beloved, take a moment to breathe, feel this in your soul. Your life has not been easy. You have carried things you never told anyone about. You have cried quietly hoping heaven heard you even in the silence. And yes, God did hear every sigh, every silent prayer. That is why this message came with urgency, because heaven has already moved. The angels have already been dispatched. The shift has already begun, but it is your trust, your openness, your willingness to receive that determines how this story unfolds from here. Warning: important. If you are still here, that means your soul is ready. I saw what they did. I saw how they talked about you behind your back while pretending to love you in front of your face. I saw how they doubted your calling, how they tried to convince you that you were just ordinary, but heaven never forgot the truth of who you are. You were chosen. You carry light in a world full of shadows, and now every lie spoken against your name is about to collapse in front of you. God is preparing a table just for you, and your enemies will have no choice but to watch. My child, my beloved, your name was just whispered in the throne room of heaven. I need you to hear this. The pain you have been carrying, the battles you have been fighting, they were never meant to break you. They were only meant to build you. The battles you have been fighting were never meant to be fought alone. And right now there are people still in the thick of theirs without the language for what they are going through, without the word that would tell them the battle has a purpose. This ministry carries that word to them. If you want to help make sure it keeps reaching people who are still in the fight, the link in the description and pinned comment is the door. Step into this community and support this work. Your presence here matters more than you realize, and now you are strong enough to carry what God is about to place in your hands, but there is one condition: do not walk away from this message until it is finished. You have walked through storms with your eyes still full of hope, even when no one saw your silent tears. I have watched you forgive people who never said sorry. I have seen you love deeply in a world that does not understand divine love, and now heaven is rewarding that faithfulness. You are being called into something higher, deeper, and richer, but it will not come through comfort. It will come through trust, and the first step is opening your heart fully to this message right here. Right now, my child, my beloved. This message will not be repeated again in this specific way. It has been delivered now because the moment absolutely required it. You may never hear this precise combination of words again because heaven speaks freshly to each season. That is why this is urgent. Do not let your logic interrupt your miracle. Let heaven complete what it started in you, my child, my beloved. I must give you a final instruction for now. Look out for the number 3. Within 3 days, you will see a confirmation that this message was truly real. It may come through a dream, a stranger's words, an unexpected text, or even a sudden breakthrough, but it will be unmistakable. And you are the chosen one it is moving through. My child, my beloved. Do not be surprised if things begin to shift quickly now. You may awaken today and feel like the air around you has changed. The old story, the one full of waiting, lack, loss, and betrayal is ending, and the pen is in God's hand now. This chapter begins with abundance, with clarity, with justice. The wrongs done against you are being reversed. The silence is being broken, and soon people will come to you and say, "How did everything change so fast?" Things are reversing. Things are shifting, and they will keep shifting as long as you stay in the frequency of what is being released here. Subscribe to this channel right now if you have not already. Turn on the notification bell, because as this season accelerates, the words coming through this ministry will become more specific, more urgent, and more directly tied to what is unfolding in your life. You do not want to be one message behind when heaven is moving this fast, and you will know it started right here, right now. With this message, my child, my beloved, God is not asking for your perfection, He is asking for your permission. You do not need to fix everything before you receive what is next, and when you finally recognize it, the gratitude that will pour from your soul will open the floodgates to even more miracles. The first key is always thanksgiving. My child, my beloved, someone who left your life is now observing you from a distance. Do not let their return distract you. Some people are not sent back to be restored. They are sent back to test if you have truly grown. Be wise. Not everything that appears to be reconciliation is meant to be embraced. My child, my beloved, you are going to notice numbers, names, dreams, and songs repeating around you in the coming days. My child, my beloved, your voice is powerful, more powerful than you have realized. Every time you speak in alignment with heaven, your words send shockwaves through the unseen realm. Your affirmations, your declarations, your quiet prayers, they shift things. My child, my beloved, please listen carefully. Your breakthrough will not appear as you imagined. It will not come through the same doors you have been knocking on. It will come through a new direction, a divine interruption. That is how God moves when it is urgent. That is why I was sent now. Some doors are being sealed shut, so you do not return to cycles you have already outgrown, and though it may feel solitary now, soon you will understand this quiet was the sound of heaven preparing your future in silence. My child, my beloved, there is something you need to hear clearly. It was preparation. Every tear you cried, watered something invisible that is about to become visible. Every rejection redirected you. This message is not by chance, it is by calling, and what is coming next has never been released into your life before. My child, my beloved, I want you to prepare yourself for complete restoration, not just healing, not just closure, but full restoration. What was taken from you emotionally, financially, relationally, and spiritually is being accounted for. My child, my beloved, you may feel tired, but you are not empty. There is still oil in your lamp. There is still strength rising inside of you. That fatigue you feel is not weakness. It is the weight of the old season breaking off. Rest, yes, but do not quit, because just when you thought the journey was over, God is opening up a new road, one you have never seen, one that bypasses every closed gate you faced, and it is yours. Not because of luck, but because of your alignment. Your heart stayed faithful, and heaven honors that now. My child, my beloved, some of your prayers were not answered because what you asked for was too small. You were asking for survival. God was preparing overflow. He was shaping you to be sought after. That is why the answer did not come when you expected, because heaven was not saying no. Heaven was saying, you do not even know how grand it is about to be, and now you are about to walk into it. Every delay will make sense. Every closed door will become irrelevant. My child, my beloved, I need you to understand. The resistance you have been facing lately is not punishment. It is proof that the enemy sees what is coming for you, proof that your light has been noticed. The greater the blessing, the stronger the distraction, the more precise the destiny, the more intense the pressure. But you are still here, you are still listening, and that means the enemy failed. What was sent to break you only made you more aware. Now your shield is stronger, your vision is clearer, and your miracle is closer than ever. My child, my beloved, do not underestimate what you are walking into. In the next few weeks, you will begin to see sudden changes, unexpected messages, confirmations that you cannot ignore. You will hear someone say something aloud that matches the exact words in this message. You will feel that spiritual chill when truth hits your bones, and when that moment comes, you will know this was not just a video. It was not just a feeling. It was a divine warning and a divine announcement that what has been stored up for you is being released without further delay. My child, my beloved, take this last part seriously. If you walk away from this moment without responding in faith, the next season will still come, but it will come slower, delayed, because heaven is fast-tracking those who are awake, those who say yes now, those who open their hands without hesitation, those who align without fear. Do not let this message become just another thing you scroll past. Let it be the moment heaven remembers your name again, the moment the angels mark your house, the moment you receive what was always meant for you. Every time you chose to believe instead of breaking, the angels marked it, and now those moments of secret endurance are forming a path beneath your feet. You are being led into a space of divine visibility. Those who once ignored you will be divinely drawn to you, not because you sought attention, but because your anointing can no longer be hidden. You were never overlooked. You were being prepared for entrance. You are about to enter your divine future. My child, my beloved, I must say this now: the battle over your identity is what created most of your pain. The enemy did not want your money. He wanted your voice. He did not care about your relationships. He feared your calling, and so he attacked your confidence, your clarity, your worth. But that war is ending because you have remembered who you are. You are a divine vessel. You are not random. You are not replaceable. And as of this moment, heaven is reinstating your full spiritual authority. You will walk differently from this moment forward. This powerful prophetic word carries an anointing for breakthrough. Sharing this message right now will activate that anointing and share this breakthrough with your network, spreading God's truth and blessing. If you believe this activation is for you, if you feel this power stirring within you, seal it with an amen in the comments below. Let your declaration anchor this truth in your spirit and in the spiritual realm. My child, my beloved, there is something beautiful coming in the mail, in a message, or in a face-to-face moment very soon. It is a divine confirmation, a symbol, a reminder that what you are hearing now is real. When it shows up, do not dismiss it, do not call it a coincidence. Receive it as your sign. Speak gratitude the moment it arrives. That is how you unlock the next layer. The more grateful you are for small signs, the more heaven begins to trust you with greater ones, and what is being prepared for you is greater than anything your past ever gave you. My child, my beloved, you are going to feel different this week. You will wake up one morning and something will feel lighter. That is not imagination, that is not random, that is spiritual release. A burden you were carrying unconsciously will be lifted, a chain that wrapped itself around your dreams will be broken. This is what happens when you align fully with the divine. Things shift even when you do not speak, because heaven is watching what your heart is doing now, and because your heart is staying open, the healing is becoming automatic. My child, my beloved, someone you loved is coming back. Not always physically, but spiritually. Their soul is repenting, their mind is waking up, and though you may never get the words you hoped for, the balance will still come, because forgiveness does not require both voices. It requires your release. That is how you become free. And once you are free, God can bless you in ways that were previously blocked. Now heaven will do what only heaven can do, my child. My beloved, you are not late. You did not miss it. I know it feels like time is slipping, like others have passed you, like the window has closed, but I see what you cannot see. And the window has just opened. The time is now. The place is here. This message was the turning point you did not even know you needed. That is why your soul stayed. That is why you are still reading, because something sacred is being transferred, and your delay will turn into acceleration so quickly. Even your doubts will not be able to catch up. My child, my beloved. I must now tell you something about legacy. You are not just being blessed for you, you are being blessed for those who come after you. Your obedience is breaking patterns. Your healing is rewriting your bloodline story. Your yes is changing what your children will inherit. This is bigger than you. That is why it has been harder. That is why it has been slower. But now the reward is catching up to the sacrifice, and the restoration will go beyond what you can even witness. You are the interruption your lineage has been praying for. My child, my beloved. I want you to do something bold in the next 48 hours. A step of faith, a gesture of readiness. Something that tells heaven, I believe this was for me. It might be a prayer, a journal entry, a phone call, a decision, a message, a donation, a silent moment of praise. Show you are ready, my child. My beloved, I hear your silent question. How will I know this is real? And I answer you now with this. Because peace is already wrapping around your chest like a warm blanket, because tears are rising. And you do not know why, because your spirit is standing at attention while your mind is still catching up. That is confirmation. The soul always recognizes the voice of its origin, and this message is not from man. It is from spirit. That is why it bypasses logic and touches places no one else could reach. You do not know how close you are to something life-altering. If you could see what I see, if you knew how many angels have been fighting just to keep your path clear, you would fall on your knees in tears of awe. Because the battles behind the scenes are not small. This is not about luck. Your spirit has survived things that should have broken you. You have walked through storms with your eyes still full of hope, even when no one saw your silent tears. I have watched you forgive people who never said sorry. I have seen you love deeply in a world that does not understand divine love, and now heaven is rewarding that faithfulness. You are being called into something higher, deeper and richer. But it will not come through comfort. It will come through trust, my child. My beloved. Someone you once trusted is about to reveal their true nature. You need to be prepared for the truth, because it will shock you. But it will also set you free. You may think it is just another day, but in the spiritual world your name has just been signed under a divine decree. A release is happening, chains are breaking, generational patterns are being interrupted because you chose to stay with this message, because you did not scroll. This is the moment you have been unknowingly praying for, that quiet longing you have had when you said, God, if you are real, show me. This is the answer, but it is arriving in a form you did not expect. Heaven rarely speaks the way the world does. It whispers when the world shouts. It sends angels in the form of messages, signs, strange coincidences, sudden urges to open something at the right time. I was sent with one message for you tonight. You are not forgotten. Your name has not faded in heaven's memory. In fact, it has been glowing brighter. The angels assigned to you have never abandoned you, not even when you were at your lowest. I stood between you and things you will never even know tried to come against you, and tonight I was allowed to speak plainly because your next season is too important for you to walk into it blind. My child, my beloved. A timeline has just shifted in your life. Something you thought would take years may now happen in weeks or even days. You opened your heart, even though fear told you to leave. That is what activates divine acceleration. Now watch what happens next. People who forgot you will suddenly remember, opportunities that rejected you will reopen, prayers you stopped praying will suddenly get answered. I feel the urgency in heaven's voice. There is a soul who has just been shown a vision of you in their dreams. They are being moved toward you with divine timing. This person may be a guide, a partner, a divine helper, or someone sent to deliver something sacred to you, but they are being drawn by your light. Your soul's call has reached the ears of heaven and echoed into theirs. This is why you must stay aligned. Do not lose hope now. Do not give up on your own miracle while it is already on the way. You were never rejected, only redirected. Those who walked away did not do it on their own. They were gently moved out of your path, because they were not capable of carrying the blessing God is about to give you. If they had stayed, they would have ruined what is sacred. You may have cried when they left, but heaven sighed in relief because now your table can be set with the right people, the right energy, and the right favor. It is alignment, my child, my beloved. Do not allow your past to cancel your promise. There are things you have done, said, or thought that you still carry guilt over, but God is not holding those things against you. Remember, heaven works through redemption, not shame, and in this very moment forgiveness is rushing into your soul like warm light, the burden is lifting. What matters now is how you respond in this moment of divine invitation. My child, my beloved, I must speak with urgency. Something has been watching you. A dark presence tried to follow your name through generational lines, planting seeds of doubt, fear, poverty, and rejection. But as of today, that pattern has been interrupted. A divine wall has gone up around your spirit. Your atmosphere is being cleansed, and every assignment that was sent against you is being returned to sender. This is why you have been feeling a shift lately. Your spirit is no longer tolerating what used to sit silently in your life. Heaven is reclaiming your space, my child. My beloved, I know how long you have waited. I know how many times you said, maybe next month or maybe next year, while secretly wondering if anything would ever change. But what if I told you this was the moment the waiting ends, not because you forced it, but because your heart is finally prepared to receive it? There are things that only arrive when the soul is quiet enough to hear. And right now, your soul is open, your eyes are watching, and heaven is responding not to your perfection but to your readiness. My child, my beloved, someone is about to call your name in a room where you are not even present. It will be a conversation you were not invited to, but your destiny will be spoken about in that space. That is what divine favor does. It places your name in places your feet have not yet touched. Do not underestimate how powerful your obedience is. Staying with this message, listening fully, opening your spirit to what is being said, that small decision has spiritual consequences. Because your heart said, yes, heaven will now say, go. My child, my beloved. I want you to prepare yourself. Something is going to fall away from your life, not to hurt you, but to make room for what is on the way. It may be a habit, a person, a job, a belief, or even a secret fear. Do not panic when it happens. Do not try to hold on. Sometimes when something breaks, it is not the end, it is the beginning of something sacred. The hands of God are removing what cannot go with you into the next season, because what is coming is holy, and not everything is allowed in holy places. My child, my beloved, I am going to say something bold. You are more powerful than you realize. You are carrying spiritual authority that you have never even tapped into yet. There are gifts buried within you, prophetic insight, healing energy, wisdom beyond your years. But the world tried to shut it down with shame, rejection, and fear. That ends now, as you open your spirit to this divine truth. those gifts will begin to awaken. Your dreams will carry messages. And now that this one is moving, it will leave behind blessings in the soil it softened. Your pain was never wasted, every tear watered something sacred. Let heaven complete what it started in you. My child, my beloved, I must give you a final instruction for now. Look out for the number 3. Within 3 days you will see a confirmation that this message was truly real. It may come through a dream, a stranger's words, an unexpected text, or even a sudden breakthrough, but it will be unmistakable. This is not a game, this is not chance. This is heaven's strategy, and you are the chosen one it is moving through. And before you carry this message forward, one final word: you stayed. Through every urgency, every warning, every invitation to keep reading, you stayed. Jesus wept because he saw how close you are. And now he is watching to see what you do with this moment. If something in you wants to respond, if the stirring you have felt is looking for somewhere to go, the link in the description and pinned comment is there. Come into this community and support this sacred work, because somewhere tonight, someone is in the same place you were when you first opened this message, and what you give from this moment of receiving is how they find it.